Hello everyone, Richa Gupta, your mentor, guide and coach of learning English grammar. Welcome to my channel. This is VR English classes and we are here to build your foundation in English grammar. So don't forget to subscribe my channel and be sure to click the bell icon so that you get the notification of my latest updates. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to today's topic. After tenses series, today I start classification of verb, because in upcoming chapter I will start the topic auxiliary verbs. So before getting know about the auxiliary verb, you must know the classification of verb or the whole process of verb. How can we divide the verb? So first of all, verb is divided in two parts. Number one, finite verb, and number two, non-finite verb. So how can we differentiate finite and non-finite verb? So finite verb indicates tense, number and person, which non-finite does not indicate. Okay, so how can we prove that? You can see the example. Let me explain you the example. He goes to school. So this goes is the finite verb because it indicates the time. The time is present. This is the present indefinite tense. So the time is the present. This is the present time. So we can say it is a finite verb. Okay. Now finite verb also indicate the number. How can we prove that? Go is the finite verb because it is a plural verb. So plural verb comes when the number is plural. In plural number we use plural verb. Okay, so this is the plural number. So finite verb also indicate the plural number, okay, or the singular number. If we use his friend, we don't use as, then we put goes. So goes indicate the singular number. Okay, so finite verb also indicate the number, whether singular number or plural number. Now it also indicates the person, whether it is first person, second person or third person of pronoun. Okay, so plural verb is used with plural person, plural first, second or third person of pronoun. Okay, suppose they is the plural third person of pronoun, so we put plural verb. So finite verb also indicate the number of the person, the person of the pronoun. Okay, now finite verb also divided in two parts, main verb and auxiliary verb. Okay, you can see here the main verb and the auxiliary verb. So main verb, what is main verb and what is auxiliary verb? Main verb, you can see the example. He plays cricket. Okay, so this plays is the main verb. Plays is the main verb, and auxiliary verb, which is in the form of is, are, am, was, were, this is the auxiliary verb. Okay, so in this sentence he is playing cricket. Playing is the main verb and is the auxiliary verb. Okay, you are getting my point? This is the main verb, plays, and this is the auxiliary verb. Is the auxiliary verb and playing is the main verb. Okay, Now, main verb further divided in three parts: transitive verb, intransitive verb, and linking verb. Okay, what is transitive verb? You can see the example. He is eating the food. Okay, so eating is the transitive verb because after eating object is there. Okay, so when object comes after the verb, then this is called transitive verb. Okay, when object comes, and when object does not come, then the verb is called intransitive verb. Suppose you can see the example, he eats, or we can say he sleeps. So there is no object, then this eats or sleep is the intransitive verb. Okay, now third one is linking verb. So what is linking verb? Mostly linking verb comes in the form of is, are, am, was verb. Mostly, I cannot say all the time, but mostly. Okay, so you can see the example, the sky is blue. So this is the linking verb. You should know about that. Linking verb always connect or join two words. One is noun and other is adjective, or one or both are noun. Okay, so linking verb joins two noun or one noun and one adjective. So let me show you the example. The sky is blue. So the sky is the noun and blue is the adjective, and is joined these two words. So this is called linking verb. Next example, Rita is a doctor. Rita is noun, doctor is noun, and is joined these two words. So this is the linking verb. Okay, now another type of linking verb, which is not in the form of is, are, am, was, were, but you can see the example, the sky grows blue. So this is also the linking verbs. How and why? The verbs which replace is, are, am, was, were are also called linking verb. Okay, so this linking verb replace is, then this is also called linking verb, and it also joins two words. One is noun and one is adjective. So this is also the linking verb. Okay, so now you are getting my point. Number one, verb. Then verb is divided in two parts: finite verb and non-finite verb. Finite verb further divided in two parts: main verb and auxiliary verb. This is the main verb, plays, and is the auxiliary verb. Main verb is further divided in three parts: transitive, intransitive, linking. Transitive, when object comes, this is called when object comes, then verb is called transitive verb. When object does not come, then verb is called intransitive verb. And when the verb joined two words, two noun or one adjective, then it is called linking verb. Okay, now let me explain you the auxiliary verb. One is main verb and second auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verb, you can see here, he is playing cricket. So here is the auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verb further divided in two parts: primary verb and modal auxiliary verb. Okay, you can see here, primary verb means is, are, am, was, were, has, have, etc. Okay, and modal auxiliary verb, will, shall, should, would, can, could, may, might, etc. are called modal auxiliary verbs. Okay, so you can see here the example, you are my brother. So are is primary auxiliary verb and he could win the match. So could is the modal auxiliary verb. This topic is very important, very modal auxiliary verb. So I will take this topic further in detail. Okay, modal auxiliary verb. Now the second part of the verb is non-finite verb. In detail I will take it further, but briefly I will explain you here. Non-finite verb is further divided in three parts: gerund, participle and infinitive. Okay, in three parts. So gerund means V first plus ing. Okay, V first plus ing is called gerund. But before taking this, I will tell you one thing, that non-finite verb does not indicate tense, number or person. It is used in the sentence as a noun or adjective. Okay, how? You can see the example. To walk is good. So to walk is infinitive, 2 plus V first. This is the noun in the sentence. To walk is good. So this is the noun. It does not indicate any time, person or number. Okay, you can see here. He wants to play, he will go to see the film. All these are the form of infinitive. So non-finite works as a noun or an adjective. Okay, it does not indicate time and number and person. So it further divided in three parts. Number one, gerund. Gerund means V first plus ing, which indicates noun. Okay, you can see the example here. Smoking is injurious to health. So this smoking is the gerund, V first plus ing, and it is the noun. It does not indicate any tense or number. Okay, it is a noun. Now second is participle. Participle further divided in three parts: present participle, perfect participle and past participle. Present participle means V first plus ing. You can see here, V first plus ing. This one, V first plus ing. And perfect participle, having plus V third, and past participle V third. Okay, so these are the three types of participle: present participle, perfect participle and past participle. Now third one is infinitive. Infinitive, 2 plus V first. It indicates noun. Okay, now let me show you the example. This one is the example of gerund. Smoking is injurious to health. This is the noun. This is non-finite verb. This is the non-finite verb which works as a noun. It does not show any tense, any number or person. Okay, now next one is the example of present participle. There is a flowing water. There is a flowing water in the river. So this flowing is the present participle. This is the non-finite verb which is in the form of present participle, V first plus ing. It indicates the adjective. This is works. This flowing is the adjective in the sentence. Okay. So now next example is, he wears a torn shirt. Torn is the V third. It is the example of past participle, and this torn is non-finite verb, and this is the past participle, and it is also the adjective in the sentence, okay, which indicates the quality of shirt. Now next example is the perfect participle. Perfect participle means having plus V third. So having finished his food, comma, he went to sleep. So having finished is a non-finite verb as a perfect participle. This is the perfect participle and this is the non-finite verb. Having finished his food, okay, he went to sleep. Now next example, to walk is good for health. So this to walk is the example of infinitive, and infinitive is the non-finite verb. It works in the sentence as a noun. To walk is the noun, and infinitive to plus V first. It does not indicate any time, number or person. Okay, so this is all about the non-finite verb. So this is all about the classification of verb. Briefly, I try to let you know about the classification of verb, but in upcoming chapters I will discuss in detail about the non-finite verb and about the modal auxiliary verbs. Okay, so thank you so much, and if you like this, then click the button like, and if you have any queries, then do let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much. Stay blessed, stay healthy always, because you deserve it. Bye bye now.